pace at the moment on schedule for something in the high 8:20s. Henry Rono, of course, will take on Brendan Foster in the 5,000 metres later on in the week. That's Stanings going through the picture. John Davis not having too happy a ride, the silver medalist 4 years ago. So Henry Rono out by himself. He's begun to break away from Kiprotich Rono. Munyala is third, Robertson 4. Healy 5, and Dennis Coates having a really terrible time back in 6th place. He's really losing ground. 3 laps left for the leader. And Rono getting away now with every stride. He's really kicking in a little bit of pace. The last lap was 73 seconds. Just a reminder again, don't be confused too much by the laps, because the steeplechase barrier here is on the outside. It's the chasing group. Robertson splitting the 2 Kenyans. Kiprotich Rono second, Robertson third for New Zealand. Munyala 4, and Healy running well for New Zealand in 5th place. And Coates paying for the early pace a little bit and finding conditions so difficult. Now back 6th.
Well, Henry Rono has established an enormous lead now. 5 feet 7 Rono, 139 pounds. Comes from the Kapsabet School in the Kiptorogon village in the Nandi Hills at 7,600 feet. He's at present at Washington State University, which was famous for Jerry Lindgren back in the 60s. The coach there, John Chaplin, has nurtured a whole school of these Kenyan athletes along. Henry Rono is a very bright and intelligent student doing business administration. He runs for training in that Snake River Canyon, the one that Evel Knievel jumped on a motorbike, or attempted to at least. Every morning he trains about 80, 90 miles a week. And although he'd been to see the great Kip Keino run, he'd never met him until Montreal, and then they didn't have the chance to get together much. But he really is opening up an enormous gap now.
And he really is beginning to power away in every sense. Suddenly, it wasn't so much a spurt as a gradual increase of speed. And it was most noticeable how quickly he stretched away from the others. But the race between the others is beginning to develop between purely Kenya and New Zealand. Dennis Coates has dropped right out of it now. He's hopelessly out of touch. Kiprotich Rono is in 2nd place. 3rd Munyala, 4th Ewan Robertson. Healy dropping a little bit. Henry Rono just looks back. He won't want too hard a race, presumably. But these Kenyans like to demonstrate their power. The last lap. He'll be more interested now, and he's possibly thinking already about the battle with Brendan Foster later in the week. Ewan Robertson, meanwhile, has gone into 2nd place. 3rd is Munyala. 4th is Kiprotich Rono. 5th Healy. 6th Coates. Really opening out now. Elastic stride. He really is a superb mover. And the crowd thoroughly enjoying not only the leader, but also the battle for the silver medal. That's Robertson reading the 2 Kenyans. Kiprotich Rono's gone into 3rd place. 4th is Munyala. Rono into the water jump for the last time. Just one barrier away from the gold medal. And the Kenyans now having a private battle, which has left Robertson behind. So Rono comes home for the gold medal. Little knowing that behind him is a clean sweep now for Kenya. Henry Rono wins. 8 minutes and 26 seconds. In 2nd place, Munyala with a tremendous sprint to beat Kiprotich Rono. But the Kenyans have dominated the event. 1, 2, 3. Robertson, New Zealand, is 4. 5 is Mark Healy of New Zealand. 6 is Dennis Coates. 7 is Tony Stanings. 8 is Ian Gilmore of Scotland. 9 is John Wilde of England, and 10th will be John Davis of Wales. The official time, 8 minutes 26.56.